Hi, in this video, I'd like to introduce to you Newsletter Glue group blocks. These custom blocks allow you to show or hide content inside your blog posts or email newsletters. To begin, I'll show you how you can quickly get up and running with the group blocks. And after that, I'll show you a more advanced way to use the group blocks that also use the reusable blocks that come pre-installed with your WordPress editor. So let's get started. So here we have a typical blog post, and what I'd like to do is create a newsletter glue group. And let's say something like newsletter number 22. Okay, so I don't want newsletter number 22 to show up in my actual blog post, but I do want it to show up in my newsletter. So here you can see show/hide newsletter block. And so we do indeed want it to be hidden from the blog post, but showing in the email newsletter. So in this case, we don't need to do anything. And the settings are as we like it. Now let's say we want to create a footer. So something like so we've created our footer. Now let's just quickly add it here. And so similarly, I don't want to make any changes. I just have it as shown right now. So it's not showing in the blog post and it's showing in the email newsletter, which don't show up in our blog post. So what I want to do now is create something that does show up in our blog post that won't show up in our email newsletter. And that is a sign-up form. So first, again, we need to create our group. And in this case, we're going to go with custom HTML. And here is some HTML that I have prepared already. And in this case, it's a simple form from MailChimp. And here we want it to show in blog post and not show in our email newsletter. Okay, so now that we've created our header, footer, and our email sign-up form, let's go down here to send this newsletter and send test email to. All right, and here's our test email. So as you can see, it says newsletter number 22, which is our block that shows in email newsletter. And we can also see before you go, subscribe to my blog post with the typo, which again appears in the newsletter, but not in the blog post. And lastly, we don't see this here because we set it to show in the blog post and not show in the email newsletter. So now I'm going to go ahead and publish this. And let's view the post. So you can see how we are missing the newsletter number 22. We are missing the before you go subscribe. But we can see the post right here. We can see the sign-up form right here, which is exactly how we wanted it. So now let me go back. So now that we've created a blog post and are happy with how it looks, let's just clean it up and create a template for ourselves. So first, we can remove this because we don't want this. And let's okay, so now we've selected all three components. We can add this to reusable blocks. So in our case, let's call it ng demo group block. And let's hit save. Okay, so what we're gonna do now, so let's remember that this template is called ng demo group block. So we're gonna go and create a new post. ng demo group block. Okay, and now we have our post template, which we can convert to a regular block, which will allow us to edit the block. And now we have our newsletter template, and we can add whatever we want here into the main content newsletter. And there you have it. This is how you can create a super simple template for yourself while using the group blocks that show or hide your content on your blog or your email newsletter. Hope you enjoyed this video, and I can't wait to see how you start using the newsletter glue group blocks for yourself. Thank you for watching.